Okay, so section 3.4, we're going to do these 13. I do want to start with a little note. This is called slope face. May just help you remember slopes of linear equations. I think I learned this from a teacher by the name of Nita Stewart. I don't know if she created it, but I thought it was really neat just to kind of give you a visual of these slopes. So you draw a face, and usually it's like a sad, but I'm gonna make it mad. So you can do, there's two different iterations of it. I'll draw the other one here just so you can see it's the same. But I like the mad one when somebody said, when you flip it around. So we're gonna draw a line going down. These are going to be the eyebrows. Okay, they're pointed inward. So this line is going down from left to right. The same way you read any statement, or if you're going to read anything, you go left to right. Same way we read a graph, left to right. So going down left to right, this is a negative slope. And then this one is going up left to right, so it is a positive slope. This vertical line going up and down, we just talked about in the notes, this has an undefined, so that's like a U to represent the undefined. And then we have a horizontal slope, and this is a horizontal line, and that is a zero slope. So this is the slope face. And you can also make them like sad if you do the other way, just to change the eyebrows. Everything else is the same. Up left to right is positive, down left to right is negative. And then undefined, and then zero slope. So I like this one a little bit better. But y equals some number is horizontal line and it also has zero slope. So just to help you remember that, that's going to be y equals when you see it straight across. And then we have x equals some number. It is a vertical line. And it has undefined slope. Now, another thing you'll notice, whenever you do the slope formula and you have 2 points, when you have y equals, what you'll notice is the two y values will be the same. So you'll have maybe like 2 and then 6, and then you might have like a -4 and 6. These will always be the same whenever you're doing with a horizontal slope. The y value is 6, y equals 6. You can write that equation just from there. And then similarly, whenever you're doing vertical line, the x values will be the same. So you might have like 1 and 5, and then this would also be like 1 and maybe -1. Okay, this time the x values will be the same, and that would pretty much be your equation. So this one would be y equals 6, and this equation will be x equals 1, because each point x is 1, and each point here y is 6. So just kind of like a general characteristic of what you'll see. All right, with that, let's actually do number 1. We're going to do it with the slope formula. I'm going to do it setting up the points both ways. So I'm going to call this first point 11, -12. It's going to be my x1 and y1. And then the other point we have 10, 11. So this is my x2 actually, and y2. Got to remember that goes in alphabetical order. So I'm going to do this point first. So I'm going to do y on top, -12, and then on the right below it is 11. Okay, you got to line those up, and then minus minus. That's part of the formula. So the formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we'll use that every time. All right, so I do, and like I said, you can switch the order, and they showed that on the video or in the learn section. You can put the first point up front, or you can put the second point. And I'm going to do that both ways just to show you. All right, so now my y2 is 11, and my x2 is 10. All right, so when I simplify, negative 12 minus 11, so negative 33, negative 23. Be careful, negative 23. And then 10, or 11 minus 10 is going to give us 1. So that just gives us a negative 23. That's our slope. Now, if I were to flip the order, so I'm going to put 11 and 10 in front. So 11 and 10, and then minus, minus. So y2, x2, and then y1 is a negative 12. So minus a negative, that's going to become plus a positive. And then on the bottom, 10 minus 11. So here we will get positive, still want to write 33, 23. And then on the bottom, we're going to get a negative 1. And you do 23 divided by negative 1, you get a negative 23. So although it looked like the sign was in a different location, a negative on the top or bottom is going to give you a negative end result. But if you had a negative on top and bottom, negative divided by negative would be positive. So just be careful with all those. This time we get a slope of negative 23.